Now, if you have already done it, then of course it's okay. Now, I think I have said it during my lesson that when you do the question, diagrams must be drawn. I said many times already, diagrams must be drawn. Okay, so can you please remember to draw your diagram? Okay. Next one, question number 10. So 7 of you to hand it to me during that meeting. Would that be okay? Yes. Now, let's look at question number 10. You were never absent during my lesson, or not? Zachary was absent last week. So how can you not hear what I say? Must I play to a CD and then repeat in rounds? You also give to me during fact facing, so I have 8. Alright. So this is a few. Okay. Is that all? Did I miss out anything? No. Okay, now let's take a look at the question. In the figure, QT is parallel to RS, and RQ is parallel to ST, and PQR, QUS, and RUT are straight lines. Calculate angle SUT. I'm going to write it down here. Angle SUT and angle RS. Is there anything interesting about the pencil down there, Julius? I'm talking about question number 10. Can we pay attention over here? Okay. Now let's take a look at the first question. Angle SUT. Now what's SUT? SUT is this one, right? Okay, now whatever I'm doing is my method. If you've done it with another method and you arrive, as long as it's logical, I will give you the marks in the exam, understand? But appropriate reasons must be written. You cannot just anyhow write. Okay? Alright. Now I'm going to find this one here. Alright, what would you suggest to do? Find which one first? Yes, Dostan? RQT. Okay. You want to find this angle first? RQS. Okay. Just a minute now. Let's take a look at what is RQS. Okay. After you find RQS, you can find RQS easily because this is alternate angles, right? Okay. After you find this, then what do we do? Find what? RQ? RQQ? Oh. RQQ, your AQ. RUQ, then after that vertically opposite angles. Am I right? Okay, now, let's take a look. Hey, you all say properly can? Then like barbecue, don't know what I cannot hear, okay? Say it loudly, okay now. Let's take a look. Angle RQS, must label properly, is equals to 57 degrees. Alternate angles, parallel lines, correct? Must write this, okay? So, this one already 57 degrees. Now, am I able to find this one? Can I find this one? RUQ. Yes. Angle RUQ will be 180 minus 57 minus 44. Now, what's the reason? Very good. Angle sum of triangle. Okay? So, what is this answer? 79. So, I heard you. Don't have to pronounce until like that. Okay. opposite angles. Is it okay, Shazad? You understand? Toston okay? Okay? Yes? Yes. Then you just put 79. Just put 79. Cannot lah. Then you 79 what? Can be 79 monkeys or whatsoever. Hey, it's true. It's true. Do you know that there was one rocket who crashed when they fly? Because they, not the monkeys lah. They don't go and send monkeys to the outer space one. Don't talk. Okay, go and find out where they tell me. Okay, don't have to talk to me now. What happened was that they calculated it with the wrong units. You understand? Therefore, the aim wrongly path, the thing crashed. For example, I ask you a question. What is the width of the river? It should be about, let's say, 200 meter, right? Then some people, they do, right, they put 2 cm. If it's a river, right, and it's 2 cm, it's just a streak of water, just jump can already. Okay? Coconut tree. Coconut tree quite high, right, no? Okay? Let's say 10 meters, can I? The person put 10 cm, right? So, that means the coconut tree can just pluck up. You understand what I'm talking about? You must be logical in your distances. You understand? Oh? So don't, next time go and be astronaut and go to the wrong thing. I tell you, supposed to go to the moon, right? Go to Mercury and cannot stop to that. Mercury is very near the sun, you know. You understand? Okay, I'm talking about angles. Are we clear now? That's just a side track because I'm very scared. Don't put degrees. Alright, next. What is it now? What's the next one? Find angle.
Find angle.
RSU. This guy, right? I think this one is easy. Can you see how you can find this one? But don't listen to me because you want to fly to outer space. Come to me. I want to find this one, right? Then all this will be alternate, but I can get this one straight away, right? What do I have here?
One straight.
Adjacent angles on straight line. Okay, good. I'm going to write over here. Alright, work already. Angle SQT will be 180 minus 79 minus 57. This is adjacent angles on straight line. So what is this? All of you? How much is this? 40? Is this 44? Yes. Okay. Now, can you see that this is alternate angle? So, angle, what did they say again? RSU will be 44 degrees because of alternate angles parallel lines. Okay? Now, I need to warn you on the reason. Can you look at me again? This is adjacent angles on straight line. There's only one line. Alternate angles must be parallel what? Lines. You must have 2 lines to be parallel. Is that clear? So don't do it wrongly. Is that understood? Okay. Now, I must have 8 tomorrow at 4 first. Later I will count again. Alright. Those are already passed to the front and then turn to the next part of quadrilaterals. by a quadrilateral. Alright? Let's take a look at this particular page. Now, a quadrilateral is a four-sided figure. It need not be a square. It can be any four-sided figure. It will be called a quadrilateral. Now, I want silence over there, boys. Is that clear? Okay. Now, that means any four-sided figure will be called a quadrilateral. Understand? Squares and rectangles and all these are just special quadrilaterals. Are you clear? Okay? I repeat. Any four-sided figure is called a quadrilateral. Everybody look at the board now. In primary school, we have learned about rectangles, squares, parallelograms, rhombuses, and trapeziums. These four-sided figures are called quadrilaterals. Okay? Now, this particular figure shows a quadrilateral ABCD. Now, I need to teach you how to label a quadrilateral. All of you look up. Now, it must go one round. ABCD. Either anti-clockwise or clockwise. You cannot jump. Understand? Now, if someone label like that, also can, but this quadrilateral we call it ABC. When you say, you must say in one round. Understand? You cannot jump vertex. This is called vertices. Okay, the corner, sharp point is called vertices. You cannot jump. Everybody clear? Either clockwise or anti-clockwise. Okay? Now, then we have this one. All of you look, huh? This side, hello? And this side, they are called adjacent sides. That means they are next to each other. This one and this one, they are not adjacent because they are not next to each other. Do you understand here? Okay, now, figure 11.9 shows a quadrilateral ABCD. A quadrilateral is a closed plane figure with four vertices. Vertices means the sharp point here. Okay, and four straight line segments as its sides. It also has four interior angles, okay, and so on. Now, the line segment BD, okay, that joins non-adjacent vertices B and D is called a diagonal. Now, what do you mean by a diagonal? Now, can you see that this quadrilateral got four vertex or four vertices, okay? A, B, C, D, right? If you join the opposite like that, this line BD is called the diagonal. Okay, what is another diagonal? Can you tell me? AC, right? Can you see that AC is also a diagonal?
Yeah.
Can see it now? Okay, so they must join opposite vertices. Understand what I'm talking about? Okay? Now, so this is for the general knowledge. Okay? Now, then I want to know, if I have a quadrilateral, how many times have I asked you to shut up? Okay. Now, if I have a quadrilateral, there's also one thing that I need to take note. All these are the angles, correct? When I know for a quadrilateral, the angles add up to what? 360. Okay? So, do you agree that angle A plus angle B plus angle C plus angle D is 360 degrees? Now, this is called angle sum of quadrilateral. No need to spell out. Just quad will do. Can you take down this short form? Angle sum of quad. Okay? Okay. Now, in this particular chapter, right, this particular section of quadrilaterals, there are only two properties that you need to write down if you use it as a reason. That is this one. Angle sum of quad. There's another one I'm going to tell you later. Okay? Alright. trilateral that we know in our primary school is rectangles, right? Okay? Now, this is a rectangle. What's the property of a rectangle? There are these two parallel, right? Agree? Because it's 90 degrees, it's confirmed parallel, right? Then opposite sides are equal in length. That means this one equal to this one equal to this one, right? Am I right? I'm talking here, theater. Okay, now, all four angles are right angles. For it to be a rectangle, all four angles must be 90 degrees. Okay, now, then this is the important one, the diagonals. The two diagonals are equal in length. Now, then all of you look up here, what does it mean? That means this length must be equal to this length. You can see it? Confirm, right? Okay, and also, diagonals bisect each other. That is AE equals to EC and BE equals to ED. That means this length is equal to this length. This length is equal to this length. Understand? Bisect means divide into two equal half. Understand? Okay, then I want to ask you, must this angle be 90 degrees? No need. Later you will see for some instance it has got to be 90 degrees. For some special quadrilaterals. Are you clear? Okay, I repeat all of you For rectangle, right, the diagonals are equal in length. It will be divided into two, but this angle can be any degrees. No need to be 90. Everybody clear? Yes or no? Okay. Now, does the angle sum of quadrilaterals still hold? Yes, right? 90 times what? 4. That's why it's 360. Everybody clear? Okay. Next one, you also know already in your primary school. Let's take a look at this. What is a square? Now, a square is almost the same as a rectangle. Okay? There are two pairs of parallel sides. Agree? This and this, right? All four sides of the same length. This is the important one. For a square, all the four sides are equal. Then all four angles are right angles. Confirm. Am I right? Okay, next one. The two diagonals are equal in length. Can you see? It's the same. Okay? Diagonals bisect each other at right angles. This is the one. What does it mean? That means this diagonal and this diagonal are equal in length. And this is equal to this is equal to this, right? What's more, this one must be what? 90 degrees. That means for a square, it will cut at 90 degrees. Understand? So that's the difference. That diagonals bisect the interior angles. Now, what do you mean by that? Now, for a square, because all the lengths are the same, right? When you draw a diagonal, this will be 45, this will be 45. Because it's 90 degrees. What about rectangle? Will it be 45, 45? No. Okay, then I need to tell you one thing. This will bring it up to set 4, okay? A square is actually a rectangle. Alright? Because they only say like that only now. But is a rectangle a square? No. Why no? For it to be a square, you must have 4 equal sides. You understand? Okay, for a rectangle, they did not say all the 4 sides cannot be equal, right? Okay, so a rectangle is not a square, but a square is a rectangle. Okay? Alright, now next one, I think you are familiar with this. Are you familiar with something called parallelogram?
Yes.
Okay, all of you look at a parallelogram. And all of you look up, this is important. Now, parallelogram is this, all up. There are two pairs of parallel sides. This one. Okay? Opposite sides are equal in length. This one equal to this one equal to this. Clear? Then, opposite angles are equal. What do you mean? That means this angle is equal to this angle. Understand? And this angle will be equal to this angle. Opposite angles are equal. That is angle ABC, which is this one, is equal to ABC here. Understand? Now, there's a short form to this. Can you write down on a piece of paper? This is called opposite angles of parallelogram. Now, short form for parallelogram is parallel plus GM. It's a short form. All the way right down. Opposite angles of parallelogram. Okay. Then diagonals bisect each other. Can we look at this parallelogram? What do you mean by bisect each other? All over. That means this line is equal to this line, and this line is equal to this line. Understand? Okay. I want to ask you. Is a rectangle a parallelogram?
Yes.
Rectangle is a parallelogram. Because they only want two pairs of parallel sets. So I just think only is become a rectangle here. Am I right now? Okay, but is a parallelogram a rectangle? No. For a rectangle, what must be the qualifier? The four angles must be 90 degrees. This one parallelogram is not. Can you see what I'm talking about? Yes or no? A square is also a parallelogram, you know. Okay? Because they didn't say all the four sides must be the same for a parallelogram, right? Then we come to something that's important. This is called what? What's this name? Rhombus. Rhombus is exactly the same as the parallelogram. Exactly the same. Just that all the four sides are what? Equal. Okay? There are two pairs of parallel sides, all four sides of the same length. Opposite angles are equal. Now, diagonals bisect each other at right angles. Diagonals bisect the interior angles. Now, this one is important because the diagonals will bisect and it is at right angles, just like the square. You understand what I'm talking about? Okay, then I want to ask one question. You listen carefully. Is a rhombus a square? No. Is a square a rhombus? Yes. Can you see what I'm talking about here? Yes. No. We will tell you label the name, write down the name of this shape. You must give the exact one. You cannot everything also go right parallelogram. You understand? No. If it's a square, it must be the most exact figure there. Okay. You cannot, hey, what Jian says is correct. You know everything got to put parallelogram. This is a parallelogram, that is a parallelogram, okay? They will say name this special collateral. You must name the most accurate one. Understand? Because the whole set is parallelogram, but inside the parallelogram got a lot of things. You understand? Okay? So if it's a square, must tell me it's a square. Don't tell me it's a parallelogram. What's worse? This is a quadrilateral. Who don't know it's a quadrilateral? Any four sides of quadrilateral? Everyone knows that? Okay? Alright, now next one. Next one is the easiest. Nothing to think about. What's this shape? Trapezium. What's the only property for trapezium? One pair of parallel sides. Agree? Okay? Now, last one is something that you are familiar with. It's called a what? A kite. Now, all of you look at hello. Wait, I freeze this so that it won't fly away. Okay. So, what do you mean by a kite? I know it looks like a kite. But some people who never fly kite before don't know one. Okay? Now, a kite is made up of two isosceles triangle. You understand what I'm talking about? Two isosceles triangle, okay? The opposite sides may be parallel, but need not be also. Okay? There are two pairs of equal adjacent sides. All of you look up. This is equal to this is equal to this. Okay? Then this one is important. Diagonals touch each other at right angles. That means for a kite, right? The diagonals will be at right angles. Is that clear? The diagonals will be at right angles. Okay? And also, one diagonal bisects the interior angles. Okay, all of you look up. Bisect means divide into two equal halves, right? Okay. Let me draw you a kite. All of you look up. Do you agree this is a kite? Now, if I draw this diagonal, do you see that it divides this into two equal halves? Correct? That means if let's say this is a 40 degrees, how much will this be? 40 degrees. But will this angle bisect? one set here. You understand? Now, why did I give you this information sheet? Is because your new textbook wants you to write down yourselves, which I think some of you will be confused. That's why I photostated this for you so that you can compare. Is that clear? Is that clear to you, all of you? Okay, huh? Alright, so what are the two properties that you must know how to write? Will be this. Okay? Angle sum of what? Which is how many degrees? 360. And the next one, opposite angles of parallelogram. That means if I have a parallelogram, this one and this one will be the same. This one and this one will be the same. Understand? Now, when I say opposite angles of parallelogram, it can also be opposite angles of rhombus, right? Because rhombus is also a parallelogram. Am I right to say that? Correct. I will teach you how to write. Not everything also must go and write until like essay like that. Everybody okay now? Everybody okay now? So today, let me just explain what I've done. We learned about four what? Four-sided figure. What is a four-sided figure called? Quadrilateral. That all the leaves that I've given you are the special quadrilaterals. Okay, class? Okay, now, next. I'm moving on. Okay, can all of you now turn to example 4 on page 109. Example 4 on page 109. I'm going to do this question on the board. Okay. I don't want people to talk on this, especially this part here. I'm going to shift your place a bit. Alright. Let's take a look at okay. All of you look at this picture. And all of you look at this picture. The diagram shows a rectangle ABCD where diagonals AC and BD intersect at E. Given that angle AEB is 120 degrees and CE is 2 cm, calculate angle ABE. All of you look up. Where's angle ABE? ABE is here, right? Correct. Yes or no? Just now in the property, if we know this is 2 cm, all these will be 2 cm, right? Because it's a rectangle. Let's see. If all these are 2 cm, that means this is what kind of triangle? Isosceles triangle. So angle ABE will be 180 minus 120 divided by 2, right? This is called base angle isosceles triangle. So this is 60 divided by 2, so as in 30 degrees. Are we clear? Are we clear here? Okay, next one, angle BDC. Now where's BDC? BDC here. Now this one I found 30 already. This one must be 30 also, right?
Yes.
Why? Alternate angles. Very good. So angle A length of BC? It's an equilateral triangle, but we must prove that it's an equilateral triangle. Am I right? We can only say it's an isosceles triangle. How do we prove that it's an equilateral triangle? All look up. Okay, this is 180, right? May I know how much is this? 60, right? Can see this is 60. Why? What's the reason here? Adjacent angles are straight line. So if this is 60, these two, I can find these angles. This will also be 60, 60, right? So I have proven that angle CEB is an equilateral triangle. So if it's an equilateral triangle, that means what? All three sides will be the same. So what's the length of BC? 2 square. Understand? Can you see what I'm talking about here? Yes or no? Yes. Huh? Okay, good. Next question. Can you look at example 5? Okay. Example 5. This one. Okay. Now, I will not write down the steps. You see, this class is getting more back to us. Over there, people playing with chains. And we just like that. Then I have some weird people down here who's playing with pencils. Then this one is playing with ruler. This class of the Roman stationery shop. Is that right, Uncle? I think you want to open a jewelry shop. Now, let's take a look here. Alright, let's take a look. This one. I'll just go through the steps. The presentation, when I do the homework, then I'll do it together with you. Will that be okay? Alright, let's take a look here. The diagram shows a rhombus ABCD. Now, that means this guy is a rhombus. Understand now? Okay? Then what happens? Diagonals AC and BD intersect at E. The diagonal BD is produced to F. Now what do I produce? Produce means you lengthen it until it goes to F. Understand? Okay. Now, then such that AD is equals to DF. That means AD is equals to DF. They tell you this one. Agree enough? I'm talking to you. Alright, you must process the information. Okay? If angle ABE is 68 degrees, ABE is 68 degrees, find angle BCD. Now, before I find, I need to say something. All of you look up. They say these two same, right? But this is a rhombus, right? That means this one also same, no? Am I right? Rhombus means all the four sides same, no? Agree with me, class? Okay. First question they want you to find is angle BCD. Now, where's BCD? BCD is here, right? Correct. BCD is there. Alright? Okay. Now, because rush through this. Okay, now let me just give you the last few instructions. Mr. Tianze. Now, once I start 11C, this is 11B, I need your construction set. Can you please bring and put inside the locker? Understand now? Okay, now this 11B, there's no homework because I haven't finished what I want to. Understand? So, I will continue next Monday. Is that understood? But, I haven't finished, then why you back? I will finish on, don't worry. But you must look through the property list that I given you. Understand now? So that I can continue faster next Monday. Will that be okay?